What's up, guys? Today I have a really useful exploit that you should definitely use while you can. Now, I've seen this exploit in a few different videos, but I've not quite seen it used like this, and it still works in Season 11, so here we go. This exploit is to get unlimited stronghold kegs. Now, you can use that for a couple different things. You could just go blow people up, you could do it for accommodations, but what I'm doing it for is Merchant Alliance. Now, I wish I found this sooner or thought of this sooner because it's just a great way to level Merchant very quickly, though it is a little risky. First, you need to put up your emissary flag for Merchant. Then, pop down a Skull of Destiny Voyage. We went ahead and dove to ours, whatever you want to do, but go get your Skull of Destiny, and then head to Fort of the Damned. This should only take like 5 minutes with the new diving mechanic if you use it. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have a shit ton of stronghold kegs. A lot. And they're going to be very susceptible to blowing up. So make sure you pick a spot and communicate it with your crew, whether it's just you and a friend, maybe you're solo, but figure out where you're putting them. Or if it's you and you got 7 other people, you got 2 galleons that are going to be friends. Make sure you figure this out. When you go in, you're going to wait for the stronghold keg wave. Now, you're going to want to count from the first wave how many you go. The strongholds are going to spawn on the 13th wave of the fort. If at any point you lose count, the first captains come out on the 7th wave. The second set of captains come out on the 14th wave. So if you see the second set of captains, you went too far. If you go too far, it's fine. It happens. I've done it way too many times because I didn't see the kegs or we didn't get any in our first try with the wave. So we went ahead and just finished the fort and reset. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to knock the kegs down, kill the skeletons that have them, have one of your teammates, or maybe if you're solo, this will be a little harder. You'll have to do some dodging here. You want to kill some of the skeletons. You don't want to kill a lot of them. Keep like half of them alive if you can, maybe more. However many you can keep alive. And you want to have somebody grab the kegs and take them to the hidden spot where you're going to hide them. Now, you want this to be somewhere kind of away from the main area of battle. 1, in case other players show up, they can't find them. And 2, in case you do accidentally blow one up, you don't blow your entire stack up. Get back to the ship. Fuck! Res me.
I'll res.
No! Now, after you do this, leave a bunch of the skeletons there, and your entire crew or everybody on the island needs to die and go to the ferry at the same time. Now, you don't have to die at the same time, but everybody needs to be on the ferry at the same time. If everybody is on the ferry at the same time, this will allow the island to reset the wave. Now, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, this will respawn the keg skeletons. Now, if it doesn't, don't get discouraged. Just do it again. If you do it a couple times and they're not spawning, kill a couple of them. Kill like half the skeletons that are left and then do it again. If you get down to just a few skeletons, just keep trying. They will start to spawn. They spawn, I would say it's 70% of the time. So just keep trying. You may just be getting a little unlucky. Like I said, after you secure the kegs, all the players on the island must die. If you have more players, there are benefits, but there are complications with that. So you need everybody to die at the same time. So if you have 4 players, you need to make sure everybody's on the ferry at the same time. However, if you have 4 players, more skeletons are going to spawn, and that's more chances for stronghold gunpowder barrels, which is good. That's also more players to defend from oncoming ships. Now, while you're doing this, you need to communicate everything that's happening. Who's shooting what keg, who's taking kegs, who's luring skeletons away, when you're all dead, when you're all going back, if there's any ships around. You're going to be at the Fort of the Damned for longer than you have to be, obviously, because you could just finish it. So you definitely want to keep an eye on the horizon and just make sure you're communicating very well with your team, whether it's a team of 2 people. If you're solo, think about everything that you're doing very closely. And if you're with 4 people or more, just communicate very closely with each other. The time this takes, if you do the Skull of Destiny Voyage, we're going to say that takes 5 minutes. Alright, now you can get about 2 kegs per minute. Because you kill the 2, you stack them, everybody dies. That's going to take about a minute. It might take longer, but if you have it really down and you practice it a little bit and you do it a little bit, you get kind of used to it, it's going to take about a minute. You can get about 2 kegs on average from each wave. I know if you have more people, you can get like 6, but with 2 people, we were averaging 1 to 2 kegs per wave. So say you get 2 kegs per minute, plus you get the 4 kegs when you finish the fort. So if you spend about 15 minutes doing this, you should be able to get about 12 kegs, like 10 to 12. And obviously you can go way further than that, but if you just want to do this in like quick little runs, that makes sense. Now, we had a lot more than 12 kegs, but there were some problems. So we're going to talk about those problems, and then we're going to talk about how many levels and reputation you get. The problems with this are there are other ships, and players only need a very small window of time to sink you, because there are so many kegs on the island. Now, Vice versa, you can sink them in a very small window of time. If you keep 1 or 2 stronghold kegs ready for defensive purposes, you will pretty much be able to take care of any ship that comes inbound, especially if you're paying attention really well. A few times while we've been doing this, we've had detonations halfway through that ruin our whole stack, blows everything up and kills everybody on the island. This is okay as long as it doesn't kill all the skeletons. It sucks. It gets rid of your progress, but it's fine. We had this happen when we were filming this multiple times. The next thing is Fort of the Dam brings a lot of attention. So keep your eye, and like I said, have defensive measures ready. But you can't be defensive all the time because everybody on the island has to die. Now, another thing that's real weird is if somebody's tucking on the island or somebody's nearby the island trying to swim to it, trying to rowboat to it, trying to hide on your ship, the wave will not reset. So on one hand, if the wave's not resetting for a lot of tries, that's because somebody's on the island, so you'll know. But at the same time, somebody could just be hiding in some stupid spot on the back of the island and you would have no idea, and you have really no way of fixing it other than maybe detonating your kegs to kill them. The last thing that's real risky with this is when you go to sell. I'm just going to show you guys this clip so you guys can see the dangers of selling.
Alright, good one. Alex, also, I don't like the probably safe.
You have got to be shitting me.
There's no fucking way. Like, actually no way. Shoot it?
Yeah, get them off the cannons. I'm out of cannonballs.
Okay.
Oh no, never mind. Okay, yeah, just get his hammer cannon.
Kill him.
I'm gonna get sniper so I can also shoot at cannon. The Meg's off of us. You motherfucker, that's a different Meg.
No, that's Devil's Ridge. Ancient Spire is like
to the left, okay.
Left. Like on the other side of those rocks right there.
Yeah, we'll go through the rocks to avoid.
You see the arch right there?
I'm going through. I don't because of the sail, but I'm going through the rocks.
Okay.
So, as you see, we got megged, then we got skeleton shipped, then we got megged again, and if all the sloops that were around us weren't our allies, we would have had a really big problem. Luckily, we had a bunch of nice people in the server that all came to us and said they wanted to work together and that they would leave us alone to whatever we were doing, especially after we told them what we were doing. If done correctly, this is a really quick and efficient way to level merchant, especially with a grade 5 emissary, or just get stronger weapons for whatever plans you may have. Now, I'm going to show you guys exactly how much I made and exactly how many levels we got. So I am distinction 1, level 37.5, and when we sold just the first 12, I got up to 40, distinction 140 and 3/4. My friend who had just hit distinction 1, who was distinction 1 level 6, got to distinction 1 level 14. So he got 8 levels from 12 kegs, which is super good. Now, obviously at the higher levels, you're going to need a couple more, but if you don't detonate your kegs like we did, and you don't lose them, and you spend some more time there, if you have a good server, you would be able to level so fast, it would be ridiculous. Now, if you guys find this video helpful, please like and subscribe as it helps me massively. And if you have any clips of you doing this, please send them to me or do something, get them to me somehow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Peace out.